More and more, it's becoming very evident that we have a problem in our country after a pregnant mother got slapped away while on her way home from work. Hi again and welcome. This is Links Below 7 TV. Let's talk. And if it's the first time you're watching, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell and click on all so you're always updated with our latest report. We'll be right back after this short break with the full details to come. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. This is Links Below 7 TV. Let's talk. So, a family right now is left to grapple with a very sad news. After many would have been planning to celebrate the festive season that we're entering, well, for one family, it's gonna be a devastating Christmas after the news spread of a pregnant woman and her unborn child, both taken out on the streets of downtown Kingston yesterday afternoon. Now, preliminary reports said that the woman was actually on her way from work when the initial incident took place. And right now, this has left a void in the area and also tension in the community where this woman hails from. She was actually a 26-year-old, bright, young, promising young female, and it still puzzles authorities as to why this female was actually taken out. But it's been reported that she had been receiving threats. Not sure where these threats were coming from, not sure whether or not she was aware that this would have reached a point where her life would be snuffed out on the street in such a fashion. But when we look on the world that we're living in and the time that we're living in, the era, you can't take things for granted. And most of the time, when we see situations like these, it's stemming from somewhere, some isolated incidents, or something could have triggered this heinous crime to be committed against this female. Now, two lives were lost, a mother and her unborn child. And the situation is just so compelling to see how people can be so heartless, they can be so cold, especially in a time such as this, where people should be loving and caring for each other. And it just goes to show you that we are living in a really serious times, and things that you take for granted others would not take it for granted. So it's time for us to start looking at ourselves and take a proactive approach in safeguarding our own well being. And as much as possible, you can avoid conflicts with people. It's best that you try to avoid this because when we look on this situation, this is coming from somewhere, and someone believes as if this was the only way out of the situation. I'm not sure whether this can be from a past relationship, a past lover, but I really hope that some light could be shed on this incident in order to ascertain what was really behind this latest crime that was committed against this female. So, according to report, a pregnant woman was taken out at the intersection of Haywood Road and Orange Street in downtown Kingston on Monday, December the 13th, and that would have just been a few hours ago. She has been identified as 26-year-old Shanteva Griffiths of Old Harbour View, and that's in the corporate area of Kingston. So, according to reports, Griffiths left work after 6 p.m. and was on her way home to the bus stop in order to get a transport to go home when she was pounced upon by an armed man. So, this was not carried out by multiple individuals, was reported in most other media outlets. It was a lone individual who carried out this act, and it's slated that this individual actually fired several rounds, some of which connected to the upper part of the female, her head to be exact, and she fell to the ground. And this individual actually made good his escape in the area. And that was what really transpired in that case. It is further reported that Griffiths fell down on her face on Orange Street in close proximity to the bus stand where she was approaching. Sources have also revealed that she had been receiving threat prior to this incident on Monday, and the Kingston Central Police are continuing their investigation into the matter. This is something that really needs to be looked into. And when we look on this current situation that happened here, two life taken out, an unborn child and a mother. Can you just imagine the pain, the anguish, the turmoil that this family have to contend with after the development came out of this story? And she would have been there doing her thing and on her way home without having the conscious mindset that this would have happened to her. But it's still unclear why she was receiving these threats. And it seemed as if, based on what happened here, she was not adhering to those threats. And that might be one of the main reasons why she was snuffed out on the streets of downtown Kingston. But the police are carrying out their investigation and they have not yet established a real and concise motive behind this latest thing that happened here. But all I can say is that this is very sad and no words can actually come from my lips right now to comfort the family and friends of this individual because this is going to be a torturous situation for them. This is going to be a situation that will forever edge on their hearts, their minds, just to know that just before we approach the festive season, they will have to contend with the reality that this 26-year-old female will no longer be a part of this world. And to the point where it is more even shocking the way she went out of this world. The family will not accept this, not even in a year's time, 2 years' time, or maybe even for the rest of their life. We here at Links 007 TV, though, just want to take this opportunity just to express our condolences to the family and friends. And this is a real shocking situation. But all I can say is that we're living in a time right now where the hearts of people, it has gone rock hard. It's solid as a brick of ice. And certain things that is happening around us, it is stemming from somewhere. If authorities should dig deeper into these situations, they would have come to the realization that these crime and these violent acts of criminality, it's stemming from somewhere, especially when they are so blatant and bold. Not saying that these individuals have just right to do what they're doing, but this is the reality of the world that we're living in. And it's a sad one. And it's a sad one to even comprehend at times. But we really have to just think about life, think about not engaging in acts that will resort to situations such as these. And as much as possible as one can avoid conflicts and disagreements with people, especially when you know the era where you're from, you know the backgrounds of these individuals, don't take it for granted because what you take for granted, they will not. And most of the time, this seems as if it's becoming a trend where people believe as if the only way in order to settle any problems that they're having with someone is to take them out of the picture. And that is the sad reality of the world we're living in. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you're from. These individual is as cold as ice. They're heartless, they're evil, they're conniving, and You yourself, you just have to put yourself in that frame of mind and that mindset that you need to protect yourself in the best possible way and just try to avoid any means of conflict that can cause certain situation to escalate beyond the point where you even believe it will come to the point where your life is in danger. You have to know that that's the time we're living in. It's an era that we're living in where people they don't care about each other anymore. The love is gone. And it's a sad reality that the world has come to this. But we're living in this world and we see what is going on around us on a day-to-day basis, where acts of crime and violence is escalating beyond the authorities' control. And it's a compelling situation as well when we look and see what is going on, not only in the Caribbean, but it's a worldwide thing where the lives of people don't even matter anymore. And that's a sad reality of the world that we're living in. But all I can say is that this young, promising, and beautiful female, there must have been something that might have led to her losing her life. And Shanteva Griffiths, that's her name. And it's a sad and emotional moment right now for anyone who would have known this individual, anyone that would have been a part of her life. Her life was actually snuffed out. Maybe innocently, maybe for just some simple disagreement, something that could have been resolved in a different manner. But it's the reality of the world that we're living in. This is where I believe I'm going to leave this one here for now, though. Thanks for watching. This has been Links 007 TV. Let's talk. And if it's the first time you're watching, please do the golden rule. Subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, and click on all so you're always updated with my latest report. This is where I say peace out, bless, love, and much respect for those who continue to watch, those who continue to support this channel. Much respect as always. Peace out and bless.